Alright. Get to that then. Move you guys back over to where you are. Because you guys were at the bar at this point then. Still going over everything. Was it the nice bar or was it the crap bar?
It's a small bar.
I think it was the small bar too.
Yeah.
So we don't have Doug and we don't have Ash. GM pack, I see that's what they
Yeah.
Bam. Trouncing around with this then. Going through everything. Discussion with your gear and other kind of stuff like that then. What is the next step that you guys are doing? As you've come back, there was the one guy that took off. You have more of these scales and everything else like that now. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, scales are cursed. It'll probably kill whoever's hanging on them. I gave them to, what's his name? Sarah.
I've got only one. I'm gonna pull it out and see if Chicken will eat it.
Sarah has like 87 of these things. If anybody's gonna die from this, it's definitely gonna be Sarah.
I could start replacing my scales with the red ones. I wonder what happens if I get fully covered in them.
I think you'll be red.
Seems like a really
You-
bad idea.
You burst into flames like the other dude?
That'd be kind of cool.
It'd be really hot for like 3 seconds.
What if I stay underwater while I do it?
You know, only one way to find out.
You know, you say they're cursed, but I cast Identify on these things earlier. Usually that will let me know if they're cursed.
Did I ever tell you what they were?
They're
I
dragon
did cast
scales.
Identify on them. Yeah, they're dragon scales.
Yep, just
I
dragon
believe
scales.
they are ancient dragon
Mhm.
scales, yeah. Something like that.
Ancient red dragon scales. No curse on them. They're not magical.
100% cursed. Probably magical.
So let's give it to the one guy. If he dies, he dies. Nobody cares.
He dies, it'll be funny.
This is where you left it.
Because we are back in town, looking at the things that we have, let us go liquidate the carcass and the hand bones.
Carcass and hand bones
We have
of what?
We have a carcass?
We have an owlbear carcass. It's actively in the item list.
Oh yeah, we do.
That's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That's probably
That's,
really disgusting at this point.
Oh, is that what's been in the
It's
wagon this entire time, stinking it up?
It's probably really rank. I just thought it was Dwagon.
The reality is I believe that most of the wizards that want that don't really care.
They just need the bones. It's fine. Clean the meat off.
That's what I want is the bones.
Oh,
Give
put-
me the bones for the magics.
Yeah, put me in the category of wizards that don't want that.
Chris now sees the bones. He's like,
All right.
ew. No.
Hawk will try to pick up
Alright,
Grisna.
let's get
Okay,
this
where's
thing.
the category? I'll put you there.
But yeah,
Alright,
if
I'll
we
help
look,
with I'll help with the harvesting.
well, I was gonna say we can try and go see what it'll be worth if we just give it to them as is, because that way they know it's an entire carcass.
Huh.
I have no doubt that there's a wizard that has the exact bone count of a fucking owl bear.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but the thing
Those
is
guys are nerds.
if they don't have to sit there and count, they don't waste our time. And then
Alright,
we don't
do you
need to waste
know-
our time.
But do we know of somebody that would be interested in purchasing this?
No, this is entirely hypothetical. We don't even know if this hypothetical autistic
Oh.
wizard exists.
We could always go
I
ask
mean, awesome wizard.
We could ask physics.
Well, we could ask physics, but we could also ask the one guy in the merchant's robes.
The merchant robe guy.
Oh, who is it?
I love that
Seymour
guy.
Butts?
We're gonna go talk to Seymour. Hey Seymour, what's this worth to you? Nothing.
Not to Seymour, but what's this worth to somebody who he knows it'll be worth something? Because Seymour knows somebody who thinks
If
that's
you wanna-
valuable.
Listen, we may not know who the
That's-
autistic wizard is, but Seymour surely does.
I mean, there's a reason that we go to Seymour.
Hey, we're looking for somebody acoustic.
Acoustic. Okay, can you play this carcass? Oh, what?
I believe it's a string instrument.
Terrible. So is that the plan then? You're gonna wheel off the carcass over to Seymour and be like, "Hey, I got a deal for you then. You know anybody who might want this?" So that's definitely gonna be your plan of leaving out of this place. But outside of that, outside of being like, what can we do with
You-
the
you
bones
want
of the
this?
carcass?
Yeah,
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 you
you
know
want
you want
this?
it. How much you
Yeah.
gonna give us for it? I'll give you 5 pebbles and 1 large stone.
Everything that's in
Deal.
my left pocket.
Pulls
Deal.
out lit in a paper clip.
The thing is, knowing Seymour, he has pockets that are fucking bags of holding. So that might actually work out for us.
I think you guys just finally got a bag of holding, didn't you?
It,
We did.
We do.
it is 64 cubic feet of 4-week-old milk.
I believe at this point it would be cheese.
No.
No.
You need to add some stuff to make it cheese. It's just 4-week-old milk.
It's warm. You didn't even refrigerate it. You guys have been doing a lot of weird shit with your fucking alchemy jug.
In fairness, it will at least have lived a little longer, considering there's no air in the bag.
It's hermetically sealed. Oh, cool, but it's still warm.
Anaerobic.
Disgusting.
That's the word of the day.
Disgusting. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this owlbear carcass over to the wizard, and he's gonna pasteurize our milk. That's the deal.
I don't think that you can pasteurize it at this point.
Uh,
All right.
Why-
I have to step away for 5 minutes.
All right.
that's completely understandable. Have a good day, sir.
As Ryan's gone for 5 minutes, what does the horrifying plan the 3 of you make up in his absence?
All right.
So, I'm gonna contemplate what we're gonna do about this dwagon. I guess
I don't.
we can go. You know what? This could be a multi-pronged trip. Seymour might know about it. Have we asked Seymour about dragons before?
I think we did show him the scale when we first visited him.
Yes, but now we know specific information.
Yeah, I suppose we could hit him up and see if he would know more about it. Let's head over.
Go over to the item shop that he's working at. This is after you guys are eating meals and stuff like that, then. So you guys all got the benefits of a long rest, I want to say.
Sweet. I'll click the long rest button.
I dislike getting the benefits of a long rest before going to go see a merchant. It feels threatening.
I mean, it should feel threatening. You don't have to hear from it then. You can hear the sounds of like noises banging and being shuffled around. you can see him just kind of standing in and like looking over different stuff as he's like packing it at a table, putting one thing down, putting it into like a barrel, other kind of stuff like that. He sees you come in. He waves over. Ah, customers. Help you?
See more.
Yeah, you're a knowledgeable fella. We showed you that dragon scale last time we were here. Hopefully, we'll be able to mine your brain for a little more knowledge. And I'll give him the tale, tell him about how we had these cultists attack us in town. We chased them down, um, found their hideouts, described the sloths, which I don't know if we actually knew the name of. I think we had a dead tadpole. I'll show him that. And I'll also tell him about what the others reported they heard of the night. And the guy bursting into black flame. So I was hoping you could tell us if you knew anything about what maybe cult these might be linked to, or if you know anybody that would want to buy an owlbear carcass.
Slightly used.
Carcass. No, I don't know anybody who need anything like that then, but I do know not travelers. Like bowmen would be using feathers and stuff like that then for particular arrows. Might be finding something like that then. I'd have to shop around a little bit, so it'd probably take about a day or so, but I'd be able to find something for that then. Were you just trying to get rid of the whole thing, or were you just looking for...
We can either butcher it up or sell it whole.
You got an axe?
Gonna start stinking. Did you ask a dwarf if he has an axe? Well,
Nods.
if you did, he doesn't.
Okay. Well, owlbears are tough to get into from it then. Killing them is one thing, but like actually pulling them apart's a whole problem itself. So if you wanted to like do the carcass for it, then that'd be something that you'd probably need a bit better of a butcher for. And I don't have anything like that here, so I wouldn't recommend it. As for cultists from it, then, I mean, I can only think of one, and that would be the cult of Tiamat, the dragon worshippers. But they've been outlawed and banned from here for, well, ever since this was a place. In fact, I can't think of any place where they're allowed to even gather in public. They're wandering around from it. Then you've got some crazy people from elsewhere, probably some tourists on their pilgrimage, I'd say. He just kind of shrugs.
They were very pointedly talking about what was the name of the dragon? Guys, what was the name?
asking me, asking each other.
Embercrawl? Was it?
Embercruel.
Yeah, give me a perception check as you say it, that name.
Everybody or just...
Everybody's in the room.
I'm paying attention.
Me too.
Me three.
Hey,
you-
look, the priest who's oblivious notices it.
I'd say the dwarf because he's shorter doesn't do that. But when you say Ember Curl from it, then you can see his eyes kind of narrow a little bit as you say that. Like you've just said something to him that like he either recognizes or something's not quite adding up. Say by the name of
No,
the
no.
Ember Curl for it, then he's like, huh.
I know you are a fine merchant, and information is a ware that I'm sure we can purchase and come to an agreement. I have for you a shiny stone if you know more. I'll slide him over a 50 GP emerald.
He'll take it. He'll look at it. And he'll just say, "Those are the old ones from the mountain. Like long ago, back when the dwarves and everything else was going. My awareness is that he's dead. Like, done and dead. Last thing I heard, he was crushed under, what was it, a mountain, I think? I think it was something about a fight of them crushing him from it then. Being scales, being stuck in stone from it then, and almost melting it like it was some kind of lava. Some kind of cult
How
of
long
that
ago are we talking?
What year is it?
I look at my wrist.
You have a nice wrist.
What year?
It's,
What year is it, Ed?
That's a good. That's a very good question.
12?
Hold on. I can do this because I have the calendar set up on here that I've never changed since 2018.
It's like 10:43.
Let's see. Current year is 1633 AC. It's 30 years from when that was. So it's 1603 for the proper year from it. So he'd say... What
I
year
will
is it?
relay that.
1603. So probably about 1200 years. It's about the 400s. Like, that's an old
heard of
story. That's an old story, though.
Hails
See-
don't usually last that long. How old are you?
Who, what?
That's the question that I would ask. Be like, the fact that this is not a common knowledge tale, and you seem to have first-hand knowledge of this. How old are you, Seymour?
Hey, you guys are cutting in a whole bunch of stuff about Seymour, all right? Stuff that your characters shouldn't know. So we're just gonna ignore that.
No. He just outright dropped a 1,200-year-old story and said it's 1,200 years old with full confidence.
Yeah. He's saying,
This is a merchant.
no, again, because he's saying like that's an old story from it. Then it's like, what year is it? He's like, oh, it's about 1200 years because that story is about from the 400s, is what he says. Like it's an old tale from like when this place was originally founded, with like the dwarves when they mined out the mountain that eventually became Usandra. Like there's a timeline for the actual.
Winning is a history buff.
Yeah, there's an actual history for the city itself. So he's saying this is right before like the city got all founded for it. Then they're talking about like them getting to deal with the dragons to get all the gold for the dragons, so they can mine out for other ores and stuff that they want for it. Then this was part of the fight and the history of with it. Then, and this is why there's some people who say, either there was a deal and they took all their treasures and left, or the dwarves betrayed the dragons and then they left. There's the contention from it. But he's like, there's a timeline for it. Like, this was one of the big major things. Like, it's not one that everyone knows about, but it's part of it. Everyone knows, hey, the dwarves dug out the mountain. There's dragons here, and then the dragons left afterwards, and that there was a deal made.
Gotcha.
It's in the title card. So yeah, he says about.
I was under the impression that wasn't common knowledge.
So
Yeah, neither was I.
I'd say most of it is like a folklore kind of thing for it. So when you say a name like that, and they're talking about it, it's like that's not quite fairy tale, but that's like, what's a good way of describing it? It's like the larger story for it. Like the simple one is there was a dragon island, dwarves came in, made a deal with the dragons to mine out it, and that the city was built out of the mountain that they had dug out. And that whatever deal they made, the dragons eventually left from it. The more expanded one is there was dragons that they fought against, crushed by the mountain, dug it out, other kind of things like that then. So it's like, what's the common story as opposed to what is like the details of the actual story itself. So when he says it like that, like the eyes narrowing, it's like, that's a name that's like part of the history of the city. And they're like taking things from worshiping for it then? That's weird. That's not something I've ever actually heard of. I've heard about the Tiamat cult, but somebody taking like dragon scales from this dragon that supposedly was here like over 1,000 years ago? That's odd. That's real odd.
Odd as it may be, this is what they claim. And these scales are fresh.
Fresh. Like plucked fresh?
I'll hand him my
What?
scale.
I say it's kind of got a warm feeling to the touch, doesn't it?
No, that's my pocket.
Is it just
The
this?
Is-
cultists,
Why is his hand in your pocket, Gristo?
the cultists inferred
Yep.
that they got it from this dragon thing, which doesn't line up if it's been dead for eons.
He shakes his head. No, that does not. But magic's and all that. I've heard weirder things. And he'll give you it back. So then... Huh. Cultists wandering around with a bunch of stuff like this then. Is there anything else of note?
The cultists that we tried to question exploded.
Out of game.
Yeah, Black
Didn't
Flame
y'all-
specifically.
Above table, didn't y'all hallucinate and see and hear shit?
Oh yeah, I'm hallucinating now.
Well, you know what I mean. Up on the mountain. Because that kind of covered it in the last time.
Yeah, I would have mentioned that to him that others were telling me this. I wouldn't go into detail because I wouldn't have it.
I can try to relay what I heard. I genuinely don't remember,
I don't either.
but
And I probably would have told it. I don't know what you're referencing
But,
with the hallucinating on top of the mountain.
the things I was hearing whispered in the middle of the night that
Oh, those things. Okay,
that
that makes sense.
Zach didn't believe me on.
Okay, that's a different thing. But yeah, so you'd say something like that, and it's like that could be anything. Could have gotten high on swamp gas, or eating a bad mushroom or berry, or even being
No
affected by.
swamps There's no swamps around here, and I am offended that you think I'd poison myself on plant life.
Points over to a keg. It's like, well, we poison ourselves on sweet water all the time.
I would just kind of point out, but they were at the top of a mountain.
That does make getting poisoned easier.
I would argue it would actually make it more difficult if you guys were above the tree line, because it's, well, with the exception of Malk, most people won't stick whatever in their mouth. But
I don't
Malk,
stick everything in my
generally
mouth.
what
I
he's
protect
sticking
the
in his
wildlife.
mouth, generally what Malk is sticking in his mouth is trying to kill him. So
Exactly.
Is it because he's sticking it in his mouth that it's trying to kill him?
Not
that's a good question.
correlation, not causation.
Malik, you need to stop using those terms we taught you.
Incomprehensible.
But yeah, voices in the mountain. He wouldn't know anything about that. That doesn't seem to correlate anything. I think he'd be more confused at this point that you have these scales, and they seem fresh. But everything that he knows about this thing said that this thing was killed over 1,000 years ago, back when the city was formed. That if there's people doing this, that something seems off. Like, if
I
they have the
agree.
scales for it then and saying it belongs to us, that doesn't make a lot of sense at all. So he'd ask you then, so what is your purpose in all of this then?
Not getting killed by a weird cult that summons some giant evil thing into this world. Yeah, that'll do. And getting paid along the way.
Well, I had heard dragons are men and women of exquisite tastes, and I like shiny things.
Yeah, I wonder what dragon tastes like. That might be pretty delicious.
I want to rob them, not eat them.
Oh, well, you said exquisite taste, so.
They have shiny things.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
You want to
that's where
rob. Got it.
I'm going to look at you and say, just because they have good taste doesn't mean it's shiny. They could just have good taste in pornographic books for all we know.
No, there's only one way that can be interpreted.
Says you, but we also know of
Yes, I
booksellers
literally just
that
said
have
it.
But we also know of booksellers who bury themselves in books.
Yeah, that would be wrong tastes. You can't. Books don't reflect usually.
Having like a shiny magpie moment. Kind of folds his arms.
Yeah.
So adventurers looking for treasure for it then. And that's your big thing. Treasure hoards and other kind of stuff.
I just.
Oh, I am. I guess
picture
we're all
that
divided on why
situation.
we want to do this.
I just pictured that situation as, well, books don't reflect things. Ah! Magpie moment.
God damn it, Steve.
Nevermore.
And now all that comes to mind for me is the fucking crow lady from is it Dark Souls or Demon Souls?
It's probably both.
Yes.
Shiny, give me shiny.
Yeah, it's for both.
Fucking Christ.
These scales don't know anything about that. Doesn't make sense. You said, hey, we want to go treasure hunting, and we also don't want to be killed by whatever this curse is. You said one of them burst up into black flames for it.
Yep.
Now that is something he would know, and he would ask you a few questions about that because he's like, I have 3 inklings of what that could possibly be. This person that this happened to from it, then did they use any magics?
I will tell him if I saw him using magics, because I cannot recall.
The answer is
I think
no.
they were a spellcaster. No?
No, they had fire breath though.
No.
Oh, fire breath.
We were trying to get him to surrender, and he seemed like unable, and when he was trying to give up, he just burst into flame. So maybe he had some type of curse on him from his master, but I don't know.
All right. What about any kind of enchanted armors?
I'll go to the cart and grab the armor he was wearing and bring it back, if there was anything left of it.
There was. It looks like it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like heat warped. But other than that, there's nothing magical about it, though. It's plate armor. Have you guys already sold the plate armor by any chance then, or no?
No.
I was gonna say it'd be less than half worth it. I think it was 900 they give you altogether for both of the armors. For the plate. Seymour will give you 450 for one. If you haven't sold it already.
Let me check the stash. I think we sold that already and changed it in, so.
All right, so then you would you would describe it for it, and it would come up as like a very basic kind of plate mail. All right, he would nod for it then. He's like, last one then. Any kind of magical artifacts or weaponry?
Murder sword.
Yeah, I've come across
the
at least
sword.
one.
I think we do we. I think we still have that flaming sword. Who
Yep.
picked that up?
I think, Malk, do you have the sword?
Walk wasn't with us last week. All right.
Yeah, I
No,
wasn't
but
here
he
last
was
week.
with us when we beat the shit out of the one guy.
You know who'd probably have it? It'd probably be either Terra or Arios because it was a infernal greatsword.
Yeah, and sword said Vergon on it. And one of those other cultists that attacked the town the other day also had a similar sword. So, mass produced.
I see him nod his head from it then. All right. I think you were dealing with a warlock
Target
then.
mass-produced magic weapons.
I think what you were dealing with was a warlock then.
They're working for a warlock, or these guys were warlocks.
One or the other. Usually there's a pact and contract associated with that. And if it's something like that, then with Black Flames, that's usually something fiendish. Everything that you talked about from here then, what's going on? Dragon Cult Tiamat? They've done something to piss off Tiamat as a warlock of theirs? I believe that. That would be a retribution. Some magics then. And definitely something of great power which they draw from. I see him shrug his shoulders. Well, that's about all I got for that. I don't know where to direct you next from here. That may be a library. And the party's gotten really quiet upon hearing the fact that I may have to go to a library.
Library.
Yeah. Would we
Wrong
want to
reader.
go to physics bookshop, or is there like a? I don't think there's a public library in this town.
You'd have to go to one of the higher districts then. For one of the better places, but, you know. You'd have to climb all those
I'd have
stairs.
to wear, and I'd have to wear nice clothes.
You don't have to wear nice clothes. It helps to blend in. I mean, they're all hoiting up their own ass from it, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, the problem is we'd have to climb the stairs, and I think the only people who can actually make it up the stairs is Malk.
What do you mean?
Maybe Ruby, because Ruby would just fucking fly up there.
I can't fly.
It depends on how fast you go. If you're like a normal pace, it'd probably take you about an hour. Of course, by then you probably don't want to see any more stairs in your whole life.
Yeah, but you have to remember, my character is weaker than a normal human. So it'd probably take me closer to a day.
Have you thought about taking the elevator? It's not cheap though, the elevator.
How much was the elevator?
10 gold.
Per person or per ride?
Per person. Per ride.
Yeah,
Go
I'm taking
walk.
the stairs.
If it's per ride, no problem.
No, it's per person. It's like you're getting on the elevator,
know what?
that'll be 10 gold. You're getting on the elevator, that'll be 10 gold.
You know what? With there only being 5 of us, that might be worth it. For 4 of us.
Are you paying for me? I'm gonna walk.
I mean, we have
Like-
1,800 gold in the trunk at the moment. Just saying.
Just
I,
saying.
And like I said, if anything, we only actually
avoiding
need to do
stairs.
3 of us. We only actually need to do 3 of us because Ruby can just shapeshift into a damn eagle and fly his happy ass up there.
Still can't fly.
Why not? Can you not shapeshift into an animal?
I can shift into some animals. Can you?
No, but the
Why are you
reality
being all
is,
judgy about me right now?
the reality is, if you can change into an animal, it's a matter of, all right, change into a bunch of damn flies. You'll make it up there.
Can't do swarm. You know, cleric, you're being really ignorant and racist right now.
Yeah, you need to take a step back there.
I'm sorry, I'm used to
I mean,
druids
if
being able to turn
anything,
into damn near
I,
any animal.
I believe
turned
the
into a
correct term
mouse
is
and in
actually
somebody's
classist.
pocket, that might work,
See,
but then you're violating the rules of the elevator. You're a stickler for that.
As long
well,
as it takes less than an
technically a
hour.
mouse isn't a person, right?
Yeah, mouse isn't a person.
Cherry's right there.
Hmm. Hey.
What Mock will pause, look at Cherry, go. Not, I didn't mean it like that.
What's funny is Cherry would probably actually be understanding because it's like we're trying to cheat the government. And I mean, it's not like Seymour doesn't actively fucking not pay his taxes.
You see, if you don't have income, you don't pay taxes.
Right. No income. Sure.
Looks around at like all the shit in the store that's like glittery gold and nice finery. It's like no income. I collect this
Well,
as
no,
a hobby.
it's reallocated into assets and more debt.
Malk puts on his bifocals and pulls out some paper from it. That he's like, everything's deductible.
Walker. Just took a bite out of
Yep.
an apple and damn near made me spit the apple across
Let
my
the,
fucking
let the
screen.
6 intelligence lizard handle your taxes.
I'm just thinking of that thing from was it the Fan Goku thing from it? Then he's like, Dad, are you doing our taxes? Yes. Don't tell your mother I know how to do this.
I mean, he had to learn something from Roshi.
So, got any other wise words of wisdom, cleric?
Keep going.
Just keep going.
So I'm gonna go up the steps then.
All right,
Yeah,
steps
I'm
it
gonna-
is.
Has anyone ever gone up the steps in this place to the higher district?
I've probably done it at least once.
Probably.
Probably has.
Sell some wares to the nobles. They got more money.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Lost the bet.
Lost a bet. All right, because the stairs to this place are huge. Like, it's traffic that's going up, and it's like pedestals every so often for people to kind of like not necessarily take a break at, but kind of to adjust. So you have large steps situated in between like smaller steps, and then like a ramp that goes up 5 feet every time. So in most cases, just going up as quick as you can usually takes about 20 minutes. Like if you're casually going up talking to people, it could be up to an hour. So depending on how fast you go, will also kind of determine how tired you are. Because it is a slog. You are going more or less 180 feet up vertically over the course of a mile and a half. Oop.
Has anybody been to the Statue of Liberty? You're doing the stairs.
I've never been to New York. I say it'll probably take you guys some time before you can get up
I'm
there.
taking the fucking elevator. I know better.
Elevator will take exactly 10 minutes to go up. That would be a problem. Who did we just lose? I think we just lost Steve.
I'm here.
My thing's messing up 1 second.
It's been doing that a lot. So the API in the background, they keep changing. So yeah.
I'm reloading. Where you not? I'm still here. I just
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just not in game.
Or is it roll 20 throwing a fit for you?
It's roll 20.
yeah, it's roll 20.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So who's
I
taking
was
the
trying to
elevator?
change tabs on my browser, and then I tried changing back into roll 20, and roll 20 said no.
Gold coins are too shiny to give up over avoiding some steps, taking the stairs.
Magpie moment.
So the only person who's taking the stairs up is going to be Arum.
Oh.
Arum.
I'm taking stairs.
Grist.
Grisna.
No, I mean the elevator. Who's taking the elevator?
Oh.
Just Arum. All right. If it's just going to be you, Ryan, go ahead. Remove 10 gold out of your inventory.
I already did it.
Alrighty. And let's see the three of you. Give me a Constitution saving throw as you make your way up the stairs. It's going to be a light one. It's going to be DC 8.
The top of the
There-
stairs.
there was a-
You see Grisna carrying Ruby on his back.
The stairs, they were. There was a lot of them. There's a lot of stairs.
As they make it to the top, I just look at them and say, and that's why I took the fucking elevator.
You're probably also sitting
Hey,
down
but
at like a,
that's the-
probably also sitting down at like a little bar stool that's at like the top of it for it as you can see them coming
I'm
up.
sitting at the top drinking a beer.
Little tavern market
Nope,
at the top.
still not worth 10 gold.
Nope. Yeah, Ruby, give me 1 point of exhaustion on you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Over fucking stairs? Alright.
It's like a mile and a half going up. It's just holy shit, that's a lot of stairs.
I like the thought of it being they took the stairs tavern up at the top.
Oh, like there's little markets and shit like that, like on the stairs up. But they're also like day stalls for it then too. So it's like people come and go here, set it up, and then go home. So as you're like going up, there'll be people who are like, "Hey, you want a bottle of water? $5." You get to the top of it, there's a bar that's specifically for people who are going up the stairs. Like the shit's up priced like crazy, but it's like, yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
Figured
It's
there was
also
going to
for
be a
people
bar
like
at the
me.
top. I figured there was going to be a bar at the top for people waiting on their friends that took the stairs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
Yeah,
it
like
is.
I said,
That's
it's
pretty much what
basically
it
for
is.
people like me.
Pretty much what it is. So getting to it from there then. So you guys are in the upper district. And you can see, as opposed to like some of the lower districts, like the buildings here are not quite mansions, but they're more fanciful. Like you see a lot of these buildings are kind of skinnier and taller. Like the way this is set up is market districts peppered around like apartments of sorts, but like fancy apartments. Where it's like you have 3 levels for like 1 unit.
I wonder if they get like a year pass for. Sorry. I wonder if they get like a year pass or something for the elevator if you live up here.
If they live up here, they don't go to the lower levels.
But what if you want to travel?
Then they probably pay for the elevator.
And you'll see somebody across from the bar. Or they'll take flying.
That sounds even more expensive.
Yeah, but if you're living up here, you're already pretty well off to begin with. Retired adventurers, retired salespeople, royalty, adverts, exile some other continents. So a bunch of stuff going on like that then. So, from here, top of this place with the bar. outdoor bar at that then, so it's like a beer garden. Essentially heading over to the library then at this point. Nice fanciful one. I don't think I have a library one set up for it. So we'll just use the old House of Walters. Never mind these two guys. We'll just change those to the GM layer. Because I was the one who's like, oh, can you kill those guys? I heard nasty things about them. They're deserving of death because they smell so bad. I'll drop you over here. So coming over to the library then. It is probably about 4.5 stories tall altogether, with different kind of railings and rooms. Come in, you can see a receptionist and a few other kind of people walking around in nicer garb. They see you, and then they go back down to looking at their books.
Is there a reception desk?
You're right in front of it.
Excellent.
It'd be weird if there was receptionists without a reception.
It'd be weird
desk.
of you asking, is there a receptionist? As I just said, there's a reception desk in front of you.
Yeah.
See,
It could be empty.
very honestly, I was thinking you were talking about the people in the stacks that are like, oh, look, more dumbasses.
Both can be true.
I probably would have been here before. Are there like library cards that you would use, or just anybody could walk in? How's it work?
They're called gold coins.
It's a local library. So the big thing is just being able to get up into it then from here. I would say you're probably not allowed to take books out of this place, but you definitely be able to look at anything in here that you wanted to.
Okay. I'll go to the history section and look for the history of the city and the founding. Try to find information that might be relevant to the cult activities in those books.
All right. So local histories, probably be religions and a few other things for that. All right. Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation. That's a 12.
It'll probably take you about 20 minutes to kind of filter through stuff. Be like, this is stuff for history. This is like a rewrite, revision of it. Here's talking about like the towns. Here's like the different buildings, the recast for it. Then we get to like localization, foundings, and other kind of things like that. And you'll get to older histories as well as religions of the base plate from here. So you'll end up with about 3 or 4 books worth of information to kind of just pull and be like, all right, if I'm going to be looking through anything, this is going to be the stuff that's going to be where I need to start. You take it with you and kind of set it down from here. Maul, give me a perception check.
Oh yeah, Malk's gonna perceive. Malk in a library. He's perceiving things.
All right, you can see people looking at you and like pointing, as well as talking to what looks to be like guards that are like walking through the library from here.
Okay. Well, I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not gonna assume it's me.
You're gonna have a couple guards come up to you and kind of tap you on the shoulder.
They're tapping my soldier? No!
Tap your shoulder.
That's a very dangerous thing to do with a crocodile.
Hello?
Yeah, they'll tap you on the shoulder for it, then try to get your attention.
Yeah. I turn to them, I go, hello?
Yeah. You see him kind of folded arms for it then. Yeah, you're gonna clean up after yourself.
Clean up after myself? What did I do?
They'll point to like the path that you've been going. As you can see, what looks to be like a bunch of books on lower shelves have been kind of knocked over.
Um, That wasn't me.
Has Mulk been knocking books off with his tail?
Unconsciously, yeah, but one's off the lower table too. Like the lower shelves. Like when you turned around to like talk to these guys as they tapped you on the shoulder, you probably knocked a few more down.
Yeah, no, 100%. I turned around and knocked more down. I'm like, that wasn't me.
They'll just say, you're going to have to clean up after yourself then, or when you leave here, they're going to be charging you.
Sure. I'll start cleaning up.
Alright, give me a perception book as you're picking up books.
Perception book.
Perception as you're picking up books. Perception book 7. Most of these books have nothing about them that seems to interest you. But you'll notice one of the books that you pick up, the pages into it then are not really bound to the case anymore. So as you pick it up, like the whole inner sleeve of pages slides out of it, hits the ground, and just kind of explodes into a big pile.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't him. But now there's a big pile of just like papers that belong to a book on the ground.
This book is defect. It wasn't me. It was like this when I picked it up.
You just say that? You do anything? You pick up the papers, or you just like walk away? It's like, no, not my fault.
No, I'm picking up the papers. Definitely in the wrong order, but I'm picking up the papers.
It's like a big bundle. Pull it up. Just leave it on a table somewhere. Be like, it's what it is. Just shove it there.
You dump it on the table I'm sitting at.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, probably.
At the table where Gristna has brought in the books from here. Ruby, have you just followed Gristna as he's been doing this, or did you go to other sections of the library to look up things?
I was looking at
I'd probably
history.
be. I'd probably also will be looking at history, but more for just dragons in general.
Give me
Maul placed the book on the table with Grisna. Definitely.
the book.
Sorry, continue.
Book and paper.
The one that's falling apart.
The book and paper.
I'm looking at dragons, potentially any namings for Ember Cruel.
Give me an investigation roll as you're going through the library.
Alright. That thing I am excellent at. Most excellent.
Going through the library, trying to find anything about dragons. There's definitely different kind of setups within histories, but nothing of note that stands out. The only thing you would have would be foundings and known dragons letters, and then a biblios. What's the word? Bestiary for dragons. Information like that. Probably not necessarily what you're looking for, but tangentially related to dragons.
Gotcha.
Ira, what are you doing?
I would be looking up the cults from around the founding of the city and the current cults.
Give me an investigation roll as well.
Just looking at police records.
And instead, I found pornography.
Box porn.
Religions and cults for with that. It's the banned book. You're not allowed to.
I was looking for bestiary. He found bestiality.
Oh God, no! I found this book about a Summerfest that happens, where all the werewolves and were-animals get together and they have a party. Like there's diagrams, but I can't make it out.
Oh God.
I would say you wouldn't have anything for cults from that. Like, you look around, like, specifically, like, I'm looking for cult stuff. Like, cults, and they wouldn't have any books that would describe themselves as specifically information related to cults, and even asking about that is like, I'm looking for cult information. They're like, why would you want to know that? You'd be
Well,
like,
it's
I'm...
that or old religious information, technically.
It's like old religious information, but we don't have anything here. We're not an apothecary. You're looking for information from that, then you should probably go to an apothecary.
What would an apothecary have?
They'll teach you about their religion. Yo, so I want to know about cults. Ah, you've come to the right place. Have I told you about the sun god? No.
Hey,
Tell me more.
Am I an apothecary?
Ryan knows I'm fucking with him for that, then, because yours is Lathander, right?
No, it's fucking who was it? I think I got it in there in the bio.
Best cleric.
Yes, I am a great cleric.
Bonus proficiency, disciple of
Where
life.
again? Shit.
Oh, you didn't put anything in here. You don't have no background. You have an Azamar, a protector cleric.
I could have swore I put down what fucking god I was following at least. What the fuck? That is frustrating. Yeah, I don't remember at the moment. I don't have enough sleep to be able to tell you.
That's fine. So what was your god for? It was the sun god?
Yes, it's actively a sun god.
Okay. I was gonna say Lathander's the one I can think of because that's the one that's referred to in like all of D&D as the Morning Lord, and his thing is like a sunburst for his symbol, that are like a rising.
No,
sun.
I'm straight up doing old Roman Apollo. There you go.
There's chariots and other stuff.
Chariots.
Apollo, look, there he is. Bye.
Courage, fire, and light.
He's not a paladin. He's a cleric.
Obviously, I'm not a fucking paladin. Have you seen my strength?
Dedication to your god and following the tenets of your religion too. It's like, I'm a guy of peace. Also, kill that dude.
Believe it or not, the followers of Apollo were very adamant against anything that was not a Roman god. They would basically say, burn it.
What about the Greek gods? They're just the same with different names.
Yes, that's actually the whole thing, is they're the same with different names. But if you got into like the Mesopotamian gods or the Christian gods, they'd be like, yeah, no, burn that motherfucker at the stake.
I feel like what we're talking about right now with your pantheon is like an argument you'd be having with somebody over there. It's like, you should probably go to the pantheon and talk to the sun god. A sun god? Do you know who I am? No? Well, my god's the son of that. Oh, well, have you heard about Lathander? And just getting into an argument with somebody about this. So your investigation completely gets derailed by like, yo, I'm looking for cultists and stuff like that. What about just like actual religions? And you're like, oh, actual religions? How dare you? So you wouldn't find any information from it then. So I'll pull this back then from here. But the few things that Ruby has, the pages with like the leather around it that Malk has, the few books that Grisna has. So you're probably all sitting down at a table at this point, a big large one with all the books to go through from here.
No, I'm being escorted out, most definitely.
You're not being escorted out. What you're doing is you're having an argument with people, and they're like, so you're going to need to keep it down. It is a library. No, I mean, seriously, keep it the fuck down.
I'd be escalating the whole time. I would be escorted out.
All right, so the three of you are sitting down as you're now seeing, like, Aram having a very loud argument with guards being like, you can't be shouting in here from it, then I'll talk to whoever the hell I want.
I don't know him. Who's that guy over there that's yelling? Ugh. He has no idea what to do in a library.
It's like he's never been in a library. So the three of you going through what you have right now. Then how are you filtering this through? How are you looking through it?
Malk is laying on the ground. It's a library, so he's following the instructions.
Dude, what are you doing on the ground?
Lying on the ground. It's a library.
It's not even spelled similarly, man. That you're supposed to like read books here.
Yeah, I don't know that.
You picked up one. Um, you don't know
Well,
how to read.
Parts of one.
no.
I'll
No.
look over and
I
see
don't.
what Malt
Yeah, yeah,
picked
I
up.
know how to
What's this
read.
book about?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do here. You picked
Oh,
up
oh,
a
okay.
book on what is
I
this book
grab
about?
I grab one of the pages, just one randomly, and I hold it in front of my face.
It has
I'd
a
like to
pic.
see if there's
Perfect.
not.
It's like a
Right.
Norman Rockwell painting that's on the picture of sorts, and it's like food. So it's essentially like a very old cookbook.
I'd like to see if there's a picture book nearby I can hand to him.
A is for apple.
B is also for apple. C is for apple.
C is for crab apple.
O is for onion, which is also an apple. R is for rock. That's a
there.
bad apple.
O is for, oh man, what a nice apple.
Just everything. Everything comes back to Colin. A picture book.
C is for Colin, who likes apples.
B is for Barbados cherry, which is just a tiny apple.
Some may say G is for golden delicious, but no, G is for goddamn, this apple is delicious.
C is for coconut. It's just a hairy apple. It's a hairy, crunchy apple.
Crunchy apple. Gotta keep going for this. A picture book of some kind. God, I don't even know what would be in a library where you guys are. Have a picture
D
book.
is for date. It's just a deserty apple.
You know what? You'd probably pull a book that has all the different like motifs for gods and stuff like that. Like a picture book. Like here's their symbol and here's like what they look like. That's probably what you'd hand Colin.
Yes. Done.
A is for
That
Apollo.
way
He's
I am-
always on fire. A is
That
for
way I am-
Agathos. I just made him up.
That way I am completely pissed because Malt comes back asking me about different gods.
It says here your guy is a lesser god in the pantheon. What does that mean?
Yes, I need
Means
this.
he's not
I'm
really a
finding
god,
the
or
picture book.
that either means
Picture
he's
book
not
of
really a god,
gods.
or that he's really small.
So he's lying on the ground reading that book. As the two of you are going through the rest of the papers and other stuff from here. So one of them was an old recipe book that got blown up, which is just how recipe books work, apparently. The one that you have about the histories, as well as other stuff from there. And you're combing through them from here. What is the information that you're looking for detailed within these books?
So
I'm really just trying to find more information about how the founding of this town interacted with these cults and the dragons. See if I can get a real historical approach on that.
I'm combing through to find like when's the last time a dragon's been seen. What about this Ember Cruel? Because trust but verify. Uh, if there are draconic related cults that are not explicitly Tiamat, because those guys have evidently been quote unquote chased off.
All right. Give me a D100 from both of you.
Perfectly balanced.
like you said about dragon cults and other kind of things like that. Big one
Yep.
that keeps coming out forth then is going to be Tiamat. That seems to be the big one. Like in lore histories, as well as different pantheons, it is the mother of dragons, in particular the chromatic ones. So ones associated with that usually come to that. Anybody who's worshiping dragons usually just goes straight to her because she's the biggest one. But if you're talking about lesser ones, or ones, I want to say obfuscated from even that, there isn't so much like other dragons, like other dragon gods like Bahamut that people are praying to. It would be like other individual ones, like ones that have standouts for it. Most of them will have names associated with what they're known for. Be like Garlax,
So-
the Roaring Breath from it then, Dragon who did a bunch of pestilence, and other kind of things like that. And his stuff was bringing about plagues and other kind of things. And there was other kind of like gold dragons, silver dragons, and bronze ones, and ones for of like minor deities for like preservation of stories or bards and things like that, like good fortunes. If you're talking about cults for it, then most of them usually just go from that and then straight to the higher ones. Like there's smaller ones in terms of sect, but the way that it's being read in terms of like worship, it's more like this person was a major figure and had people following them in like a community, and that their small kind of religion was based off of that, less than, you know, people were worshiping them as like a god to praise down to.
Gotcha. So some lesser names, but not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. You will, though, in Finding Forth, then see a bunch of the different ones. You'll see ones that'll say like Black Ash or Great Band for it, then, and it'll give like locations in other places. Flipping through from here, you will see a few of them listed in this area, like Usandra or ones known to the locale. There'll be ones for what it was known before as just the Dragon Isle. The name that comes up for it then is one listing for Ember Cruel as one that was worshipped here, a tyrannical red dragon that had a whole family line of lineage for that. That there was a bunch of kobolds that was under their control for it then, that they had most of the stuff come from here. That Ember Cruel himself, though, was killed during a ceremony that they were doing, where in the cave that they were worshiping for him, they made a motif of him and accidentally dropped it on him, crushing him to death. Part of that comes from the fact that when they pulled the rock off of it, he was impaled into the stone, and that what they had of him left like a motif of red scales in the stone itself, the impression. Like his bones were left there to support the cave that had like fallen on top of him from there. And that most of what his worship comes from is that wall mosaic that came from being crushed, as well as his offspring. Like the red dragon descendants of his, going down to other different dragons. Like there was one that falling through this line is not Ember Cruel. What's the other one? Corifin Ash. And that is where that lineage of red dragons kind of ends off, is that note. Saying that that one was being praised for it then, going to Ember Cruel as like the great-great-grandfather, and that dragon just disappearing and not hearing anything of ever again in the histories.
So you relay this information?
I will absolutely relay this information.
The information of
So
Ember Cruel.
maybe that was Corfin Ash yelling about grandfather.
That could be it.
Might need to look more into that.
Of note, though, it'll say dates from where they were being worshipped. Ember Cruel, from what date you have right now, with the 1603 AC, and how it backtakes, this guy would have been dead for about 6,000 years.
Jesus. The fact that history even kept together that long is nuts.
You can thank the elves for that. With their long, long lives and absolute boredom.
Long, long years.
Gristal, what were you looking for again?
Like history of the town and the area around it, the founding, um, along those lines.
All right. Big stuff that you'll have from it then is going to be loose kind of records for it then, for what they're taking for date. Like about 1,000 or so years ago, with it then, it was adventurers coming to here. Like this Dragon Island itself was much smaller than what the continent is currently. That this was surrounded by like merfolk tribes, as well as Sahagin. That getting to this place outside of flying was a hazard from below. That you could be attacked by water living kind of creatures. That eventually there was a brigade of adventurers, pirates, dwarves, elves of all kinds that made a path through the sea of moving ice safely to get to the island and set it up through from there. Through whatever magics or other things that had happened, there was some kind of quake that terraformed the land, raising the island a little bit out of the ocean, but also causing a path from between here and what would be Nazanko and southeastern coast, making the island itself into a larger portion of a continent. Changes from that, back and forth, the histories, the trades that were developed at the time between from here to Nazanko, and more people were able to explore the area, and then eventually trade and travel came into. Dragons themselves not ever having this amount of people interacting with them, eventually came into conflict with them. Part of what happened, though, is because of all the different dragon tribes that they had, and all the different kind of consortiums for it, is that they effectively had talks with them. Dragons being treasure hoarders for that, in different kind of ways of either like gold, silver, bronze, artwork, stories, and other kind of things. Made deals with these people, you know? Dragons did not have the tools to mine into the actual mountain in which they lived to find those kind of treasures. But the dwarves had stories that they would share with them and would be able to not only get in there and share the treasure with them, but also explore it more for their own wealth, the different things to build up what they had. So there was dealings that happened with them, saying that we will explore for more treasures to share with you while we find stuff for ourselves. And in addition to that, then we'll share our stories from it then and kind of a brief history. It goes into it more and more that over the next 200 years or so, the mountain had been more or less built out and hollowed out. That what was just like a cave structure that these dragons had lived in became tunnel cities and other kind of structures that strip mining and other stuff that pushed them where these guys couldn't live in their caves anymore, that they would have to find other places. And that because of that, dragons came into a conflict with them again, saying, you know, we can't live here because you guys have taken away what is our living areas. It's like, that wasn't part of the deal. Can't you guys move somewhere else? And so, more or less, they did. They took their stuff and they left. The mountain itself, being almost completely hollowed out, began to start forming new structures and towns. That's where you get the different levels from Ysandra. The base level, the middle layer, that's like actually in the town, and then the top level that's been like cut off and turned into like nicer kind of foundries for like royalty and upper class. Like those were the people moving down. Dragons themselves left about 800 years ago, taking with them what treasures that they had and moving to other individual places that they would find more comfortable. Dragons that would have parts of the sky or top of the mountains took off northwards for places that they would find higher peaks. Dragons that were like low-lying and swamp forth then moved eastwards, away from here. And dragons that were like mountainous and fiery either came into a conflict with them where it ended up with them being killed, or them being banished elsewhere, completely off the continent. And there had been sparse spottings of dragons every 100 years or so, but nothing that would stay off that the dragons continue to live in this area. And so this became a dwarven mining town, which became a human settlement, and that the history was this, that dragons used to live here. Dragons are gone now. Either there was a deal that got brokered and betrayed from it, or there was just a conflict and they decided the best thing to do was to move on. Take what they had with them and go to other different kind of sites as they spread off. As this place had opened up from an island to a continent. So there's more places for them to live in seclusion, as it were. And that is the histories that you get from this.
I'll give the others a synopsis, and I'm sure I'm going to bore the others during the synopsis, just droning on until they fall asleep.
So I talked to Ruben
Way ahead of
at
you.
this point. Has a room come around from here at this point, then, in the middle of this story? Or is he still arguing?
Like I said, I probably would have gotten thrown out of the library.
It's like you're standing outside the library now, and there's like guards from it. Then it's like, listen, you can't. If you don't have a license, you can't be preaching to people. And even if you do have a license, you got to pay us.
I would definitely have a license. That's not even a question. But the bigger problem would be whether or not I'm just going to back down. And no.
And coming back to this,
Clear.
then I'll put this in the chat then for the playing table. But this is the thing I'm referencing from long, long ago. Prison is nothing but an aesthetic choice, but funny nonetheless. Misdemeanors in Usandra: public drunkenness, loitering, public preaching without a license, public preaching with a license, plagiarizing of Shakespeare, using of non-rhyming limericks, singing illegal shanties, promoting a sale for a shop without notifying the shop, public indecency, and not owning a shovel in a public building. Crimes against nature: yodeling without a permit. Forgetting left sock, stealing candy from children.
What if I don't have socks?
Do you own socks? Because all you gotta do is own socks. You don't have to wear them. You just have to own them. Specifically a left sock. Don't think about it too hard. That was a joke one we made back in, what, 2018? I want to say.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Ooh.
It's been a while. Now the information for it then. So our room will be outside. And with this information, what is the next step up for you guys? What are you guys doing next?
Colored in the pictures.
You're coloring in the pictures?
With what are
Yes.
you with what are you coloring in the pictures?
Crayons.
Do you have crayons?
Don't ask me how I got them, but I have them.
I think I do. I feel like what it is you're just taking like a bunch of candles of different colors, and that's all you're doing. It's like whack. Just
Probably.
where do the lizard folk get candles from? It's like his lizard folk. He makes them himself. What do you think?
Earwax.
Earwax. But lizards don't have ears.
Ear holes.
Say it was his earwax.
They
Yeah.
farm it.
All right, we've been killing a lot of people, okay?
Cutting the ears off. Be like, ooh, trophies. And then like taking a spoon and shoveling out earwax. Disgusting.
I got like this turkey baster type thing that I use as an extractor.
Turkey based. Oh, God. All right.
Right.
All right. So with this information in tow, what does the party do next? What is your next steps from here?
So it sounds like these assholes are pretty secretive. And are a relatively new phenomenon. Given what we generally know about dragons, it's possible this is the great offspring of Embercruel taking its name.
How do you spell that Corfinash? I don't believe that spelling.
I don't know what Corofin is either. I came up with that on the spot.
Must be extra important. We should look further into
Oh,
it.
I bolded it in my notes, so it's important now.
Now that I put it down to paper, we'll have to memorize it.
It'll be a critical plot point in 6 months.
Yeah, it could be that Corfinash fella that we read about. He seemed kind of important. He mentioned specifically that voice was his grandfather, and that character is the grandson. So that's definitely a possibility. One of the grandchildren of Embercruel's back. Now, question is, what do they want, and how do we get rid of them? If that's necessary, of course. May not be necessary. Maybe they're just here to open a bakery, which I highly doubt, but you never know.
I got all these
On the number
cultists.
of stabbings and denouncing of the other gods, I don't think they're going to do a bakery. Or at least not one that I want to attend.
What kind of bakery is this? The best goddamn kind of bakery. Infernal bread? You're gonna love it. Your soul will feel bad about it, but you'll love it.
Soylent
That sounds
Green
like
curd.
anybody who's on a diet.
But the real trouble is that unfortunately, because we can't get them to talk, they keep exploding. We're not gonna be able to like track them down. We almost have to wait for them to come to us.
Yeah.
I guess we
Good.
could look around for any weird happenings and whatnot. Because like we first found out about this whole thing by following a miscolored griffin. So maybe there's other
That is
weird
true.
sightings.
Maybe we could just go to the a tavern and just try to pick up on some rumors.
Well, I mean, we could always also go back to the shopkeeper that we were just at.
Or maybe I'm trying to come up with an excuse to go drinking. You never know with us dwarves.
Hey, you know what? Drinking sounds good. Let's go drinking.
You know what? You've convinced me. A beer it is.
Oh god, we have a drunk lush of a priest.
You're the one who made me this way.
I didn't do shit. You can't blame me. I tried to prevent it.
So take.
Uh huh.
Let's put the library books back then, or whatever their kiosk is, for it then. I think they're gonna look at you for the big book that's exploded and has a bunch of like wax all over it now. I guess you guys hurry up.
I'm not with them.
I'll leave a gold on the table for on top of the pile of book for repairs.
A pile of book.
What was it before? A book. Now it's pile of book. Yeah. So I'm not gonna choose people here from then, but this is gonna be the upper class area. You go to the bar from here, and you will see what looks to be, I say, more upper class kind of individuals. They're not necessarily wearing like finery, but definitely money. Like money speaks. Like clean clothes. Doesn't look like they've worked a fucking day in their life kind of thing. Drinking wines and a bunch of other stuff. Food. And then you'll see off to the like far off side, it's people who do work at this area. Like laughing and talking with each other to sit around a table. Eating like a large chicken with vegetables and a bunch of other stuff.
I'll direct Orem to go to the people that are well dressed and look like they belong here, and I'll head over to the first table.
And me without my courtier's outfit.
I'll let you know where you need to go. See, where is?
Are you sure you want to let me go anywhere on my own?
Yes.
Yes, because then you can't be
Away
traced
from
back
me.
to us.
This guy who's following us has been following us.
I appreciate we had the same thought there.
I can tell I am well loved.
You probably also need to work on your wisdom then.
No, my wisdom is it's perfectly good.
What are you talking about? He's got to work on his arms, man. He's got to get some guns. All right. So I say, Ara, you go walk over to this like group of like, I want to say, upper middle class individuals who kind of look at you, and they give a wave like, "Hello, sir. How are you? For that, you enjoying this fine evening, day? Remember that? You preparing for the festivities in a week?"
Absolutely.
It's good to hear. Now, me and my friends were having a little bet going on from here. They say Denmark's running for as long as it is only because of all the smaller kind of deities that show up drilling at the end of it then. I don't know where you subscribe to from it then, but do you believe the only reason that Denmark lasts as long as it does is because there's too many gods?
As Ed draws me into another argument. I would slowly start into, well, of course there's too many gods. After all, there's only a few true gods. And
Right.
you know it's just going to devolve from there, Ed.
I'm not going to say you're going to get into an argument with people. I will say what you say will get heated, but you will find that the people that you're talking to, there will be people that argue for your side. Being like, oh yeah, you know, I subscribe to that kind of stuff too. He doesn't have the same name for it then, but that's all alike for it then. Yeah, I think the other ones are a bunch of bitch asses for it then. You'll hear harumphing from it then, because this is all people with money and no day jobs do all fucking days. Just talk stupid, wax on philosophy bullshit like this then. So your conversation will go on for a good while this is all sitting here. The harums and the cheers and the bleeding for it then as it all goes on. The other three of you then, Krishna, Ruby, and Malk, talking to... What else are you doing in here then?
I will buy a round just for one table with a few of the strangers involved, and just try to pick up on rumors of what's happening, what they've heard about, local news, that sort of thing. How much would it cost to buy that round? Not for the whole bar, just for a table.
For a table? 8 silver.
Okay.
Might as well go for the whole goddamn bar.
Well, it's just beers.
Well,
If
you're welcome to buy it for the rest.
fine wine for everybody else. Like you're sitting, I remember you're talking with people who are holding like wine glasses, and it's like fine wine kind of things. It's like, oh, this is
Oh,
like
never mind.
a gold or two for here. They're sitting at like the end of the table with like day laborers who came all the way up here to do their shit for it then, and they're drinking like better beer than what you normally have, but it's still just beer as opposed to wine.
Yeah.
Just talking to them, rumors and other kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know. I haven't left this city in the last like 5 days. I know there's a bunch of rich people from the south coming up here, and they're having us do a lot more buildings up into here. You'd think having 3 stories on top of a mountain would be enough, but you know, I see people who have plotted out these mansions, and all they are is arguing about like land things for it. Then, like somebody wants to have it built out to the exact borders, but then their neighbors, you can't let them through, because then how are you going to be able to walk through the streets? At that point, you're blocking off other kind of areas for them to do. And so it's trying to negotiate with the people that want these gigantic mansions built, and not knowing how the fuck mansions are built, as well as how roads work. You know?
Oh, what kind of rich people are coming up, and why are they? Is it Dead Month or something else?
Well, we thought it was going to be for the dead month, because usually richer people from it then, they start booking out stuff about a month or so in advance so they can do it. But these are people that are moving up here to live. And the thing I've been hearing about has been a bunch of stuff down south for it then. Have you heard about the monster tribes and the orcs for it then?
No, tell me about it.
The monster tribes and the orcs from
Or,
it then. Down past Seguli, there is a whole liner coast from it then. But the people from Nurath from it then had been bringing stuff westwards towards us before they get into what is the forested area and setting up other settlements. They've been there for a couple hundred years for it. But because they were coming from Nurath, they were bringing all the Nurath things that Nurath is known for. You know, like shitty labor things, not taking care of other people, and a bunch of slavers. Well, my understanding
Damn
from what it
slavers.
had is a bunch of these rich people lived in those kind of things, and while they didn't refer to it as slavery or anything else like that, they more were treating these people like that. And a bunch of monster groups and other kind of things were the ones that they were using for this kind of labor for it. My understanding is there was some kind of revolt that happened for it, where they pushed those people back to Nuraft, and that all these rich people that were benefiting off of it were no longer benefiting from it. So before shit goes belly up, is what it's sounding like, they're starting to come up north, where they could just be like, I had nothing to do with any of that stuff. So, sounds like down south, we're going to have a new nation, or at the very least, a new group of people that are planning on setting up their own settlement.
So the elite that are getting trounced are headed here.
Yep.
Well, maybe we can exploit some of their money, and hopefully they don't bring their damn slaving ways with them.
One of them looks over and is like, hey, don't use the word exploiting, all right? Our labor is 100% cheap and fair. And you'll hear, like, chuckling from them. Yeah, no. People with too much money and not enough common sense for it then will drop as much money as you tell them to, within reason. And we've been doing pretty damn good. He says, I might be able to move up to the middle district soon for it then. And other one's like, with the amount that they're planning on paying me for what I have to do with the rest of the half with it then, I'm planning on doing a carpenter shop in the middle district as well, and getting my own business going for it then. And you see everybody kind of toast about how well things are going because of this development.
Okay.
And so
New
that
lore drop.
yeah, so that's the big thing, is that slavers from out east started moving westward. And when they moved westward, there was a revolt from that then pushed them back eastward. So now all the people who have been freed are from there, and all the rich people are moving north to avoid any kind of conflict that's coming from it. Other things they would say is there's communities for it then, in different kind of forms of worshiping with it. I keep hearing about this red scale that they keep using to identify themselves with, but I'm not sure about that. Like, it almost sounds like a religious thing, but I've known a few people that have moved up from here, like they point over, and they'll casually mention Doug. Like Doug is one of the people who's been working on all these things as like a day laborer, and he's like, I've seen people like Doug, and they don't have anything like that. Then, so I don't know what the hell that's all about.
Yeah, I've seen some of those guys with the scales, and I'm pretty sure they are involved in some weird cult. Some of them some attacked the town the other day, drove them off.
One of them will say, I saw that. There was a whole bunch, and then one of the
Yeah.
guys took off into the woods from it. Then they had people asking everybody down over at the bar down there what they had seen. I guess they had attacked some group of people that were down there, and they defended themselves and did real good. You know, I don't imagine it'd be a good thing attacking adventurers, especially on an adventure.
Well, those attackers aren't alive anymore.
It's still weird though. Like it's something for a cult. Why would they come to some place like that? Every time I hear somebody cultish doing something like crazy crap, they're always living in a cave or the sewers or somewhere out in the woods kind of thing for it. Then like coming into town for crap like that, then that doesn't make any sense. That's just a weird thing, you know.
Well, maybe it's dragon related. You know how this town was once a dragon town, and maybe they're trying to reclaim what's theirs, or something along that line of nonsense.
You hear chuckling from it then. It's like, oh, if that was true, they'd have to deal with Shanna up north, as they all kind of laugh about it.
Shanna up north. What do I know about that?
Oh, that's the councilwoman. That's the leader here.
Oh,
That big ivory tower up in the center? That big thing for the council where all the airships come from? That's her place.
all right.
Tell me you never thought about that?
Nobody to mess with. Well, they may not have.
The only thing I know about that
Never
is that
said-
that used to be a dragon castle. That's the only thing I know about that. They keep denying it from it then, but you look at the architecture, it doesn't match anything else around here. It's too nice. That's my theory. You have a dragon cult from it then, and you have to deal with an actual dragon that sits up on there then? You're stupid.
I can't think of any other questions to ask.
I mean, they just kind of said that Shannon might be a dragon, essentially.
Yeah.
Or might
So you
own
think
one.
she's a dragon? Yeah. So I don't know anything about Shannon then.
Shannon. You probably would have never met her. You guys probably don't even know about her. Like the upper district for it has like a council that kind of does stuff for the city, but they're all the way up here, and they're also very secluded in terms of doing stuff because the way the town more or less runs itself, I should say city, that they don't really kind of do anything. But they are right. Like if you were to go outside and look at the upper district, like there is a tower that sits taller than most of the other buildings around, and its architecture doesn't really match anything else that's been like built around here. Like it's finer kind of marble. It's set up in a way that's a bit more, I don't want to say organic, but smooth. Like everything else has a much more like carved out kind of look, but that one in particular is like somebody did some magic to make that thing for it. And if you're talking about this being like the head of where this council meets up, it's like, yeah, this place used to be a dragon island. It used to be a place where dragons would be. The center of that, if there was a dragon that was still here, that's where they'd be. Like not really hiding it. You talk about the lower caste, the people who live in the lower districts, looking up and seeing that, it's like, yeah, that is the thing to kind of point to, being like that is a part that shows that this used to be a dragon stronghold, place where dragons lived, like the only thing in this place. But as for Shanna herself, you probably just tangentially heard the name. Don't know who she is or what she actually does.
All right. Um, I'll ask around the this table if anybody actually knows more about her. Did I get any other information on her?
Nothing that's concrete. Like, they talk about it. They're like,
Okay.
I only know about her name because council for that. Then that there's people that vote into it. Then in casual conversation, I've never actually met her. I don't even know what she looks like.
Okay.
Like, if there's anything else to go about it, then she lives up here, but they wouldn't be able to point her out. Like, they don't have a way to describe her.
Uh, how do you spell Shannon in this case? Is it
Shianna.
Shannon?
Shianna.
Shianna. Okay, well, get the correct spelling. Hold that. All right. All right. Well, what next?
I
Did I
talk
lose my
about,
connection?
talk
You all
about.
hear me?
No,
Oh.
I can hear you. Talk about dragon cults, the other stuff down south, from what's going up. Dead month that's coming up. Worshipping for dragons and the other stuff. It seems like it'd be pointing for more information to find out about what's going down south. Because the biggest one is it sounds like who's ever organizing down south is using it as like an emblem. But you've only ever encountered people that are using it kind of like a cult symbol.
Oh, maybe we head south next. Uh, see if we can learn anything going that way. How far away is the dead month? Is it 10 days?
I'd say 10 days.
Okay, so it's still time to head south before that then. You guys up for that?
Yeah, that sounds like it could. That's definitely something. It's better than what I got.
All right. Well, what did you have?
Well, based on the conversation that I was definitely not overly hearing, I was almost thinking like maybe we check out the sewers and see if that's where the cultists are popping out of.
Yeah, let's not go in the sewers. That's a terrible idea. You're correct about that being a much worse idea.
Are
I'll
we
do better
rats?
next time.
Hey, you got good introspection. That's important.
What about you, Steve? Malk. What's your thoughts on this?
I'm sorry, I zoned out.
It's like rehashing histories that it's like, I think I know who this is.
Can we just say Malk has been drinking too much? Because Steve completely zoned out. I'm completely out of this currently. I'm sorry.
You can say that. So I guess it's between the two of you then, Rubingers. Now, what is the plan? What do you think you should do to follow up?
I think we just need to head south, figure out what's going on around Neraf. Shouldn't be too long, and then head back here for the beginning of the dead month.
Yeah, that's about what I got out of the whole conversation.
Oh, well, what did you get out of it?
I said that is.
That is. Okay. I thought you said that's not,
We
which would
head
be the
down-
opposite of what you
we
said.
need to head down
Got it.
south. Gotta find
All
what's
right.
downtown.
Let's go first thing in the morning then.
Where are you guys sleeping tonight?
And
Sleeping up here?
Making my way down south.
I don't want to pay for a room up here. It's 10 gold just to take an elevator. I can imagine how much it's going to be for a room.
Well, fortunately, getting down the stairs is much easier than going up.
Especially if you trip.
Do we have a potion of featherfall?
Let me check. I've got invincibility and fire breath. I think I used all the. Well, no, I do have a potion of featherfall.
Okay, so somebody can push me off.
Why would you consume a whole ass 200 gold potion? At that point, just take the elevator.
You can always just take the stairs down.
Yeah, but it's a lot more cathartic for one of you if you want to push me.
No. I like to watch you fall apart on your own.
You spent how much money on this? What was the other option? You spent how much money on this?
All right, I'm taking the stairs, and I'm not giving you my potion. If you want to jump, you're welcome to, but you're not taking the potion.
No, you have so much to live for. No, stop, don't.
Backflip.
No, you're supposed to drink the potion beforehand. What are you doing?
All right, I've seen this in a video game. I'm gonna throw the potion, then I'm gonna jump off, catch it midair, drink it, and feather fall down.
Okay, Red Bull, let's get out of here now.
Turns out that's a bad plan because the potion is affected by featherfall until you drink it. So you just whiff.
Why is it kind of suspending in air for a second, all Looney Tunes style?
The potion's holding up a sign and goes, "Help," and then it starts falling.
Alright, so we'll get you guys back downstairs. Alright. Resting for the day from here. What is the plan? Set it on the morning tomorrow?
Yep, I'll probably stay in my cabin. We'll meet out in the outskirts of the city.
Yeah, I don't have the money for a room.
I do, but it's just not worth it.
Is there anybody
It's not.
Is there anybody who's going to be in town while this is going on?
Most of us
Me?
live around town.
Because don't I actually have at least, well, one way or another, I have at least a small church or something.
He's got the spot where he sets up his tent normally. He's gonna go out there.
Something like that then. But the town is still bustling from the dead man that's coming up from here. So you still have marketplaces and a bunch of other stuff that's going on. So drop you guys here. Dun, dun, dun. The milk. Mittens. Alright. See preparations as night comes in for it. Then walking through the markets. At the very least. Fun
Get
stuff.
more glass bottles to make more potions. Turns out it's not a great idea to see if a potion's a featherfall potion to see if you smash the grass on the ground. Featherfall potions don't take falling damage, so if it shatters, it wasn't a featherfall.
I'm not sure about that. Pulls out his featherfall potion, thinks about dropping it, goes over some very soft grass, and drops it over that. Does it fall at a normal rate, or does it fall slowly?
That's up to Ed. I'm completely bullshitting.
Say that again.
I'm gonna pull out my Featherfall potion with the glass vial. I'll go to like some soft grass, and then drop it.
I would say nothing happens.
Does it fall slowly or does it fall at regular speed?
Or does just not fall at all?
I would say it
You
doesn't.
could argue
I would say it doesn't fall like at all.
it just hovers there. Huh. That that's cool. You know what? If we can make enough of these, we can like build a suit out of them and just like not be affected by gravity, just float all the time.
No, it won't work like that. The liquid only has so much upward thrust; it can only support the black glass bottle.
Hmm. Ah. But what if you made your suit out of a glass bottle?
Well, then you'd be in the suit, and you weigh more than a glass bottle.
Oh, that is a good point there.
I wonder what
And I'd
happens
probably
if you
be
completely backfill a bag of holding with with potions of Featherfall.
Nothing because of interdimensional travel. You
Made
do
me
get a
think
very
of-
soggy bag of holding.
This made me think of the Monty Python's. She's a witch. Well, if she's a witch, and she floats, what else floats? A duck.
a duck.
All right. I see you guys are probably
So we're
cruising.
in a market.
You're in a market. I'd say it's like not exactly nighttime, but definitely sun going down for it then, so things have to be lit. So Malk's probably
Yeah, we're having that debate.
having that debate from here then. People saying, hey, you guys would have liked to buy this then? How about some vegetables? Would you like a carpet or anything else like that? You need to get your party streamers going on. I've got religious paraphernalia for all your assorted religions you could possibly be worshiping. You can get your favorite deity. And there's like
Anything for a red dragon?
I know a guy who flipped over tables about this.
Oh, and while we're on the topic, do you have something on a sun god?
Oh, we got Lathander, we got Apollo, we got the sun.
Well, Apollo's not a real god, so I heard
As
Apollo is like a
you
tiny
just trying
god.
to watch me go into an apoplectic seizure.
Apolloleptic seizure.
He's talking about the red dragons. I got stuff with red dragons on them, and you see like little banners for it. Then they're not dragons, but they're like kobolds with little wings on them.
And take a solid look at the sun medallion. Malk, does this look like the sun?
Hey! You
My
shouldn't stare
eyes.
directly at the sun.
The Apollo.
A full circle.
Yes, the sun is a full circle, but go on. The Apollo symbol is it like a real one from that? It's almost like a Michael Jordan Nike logo. It's like a dude with the arm outstretched, like jumping onto a chariot.
It looks like the basketball has been cut off.
What is this? Is this all knockoff stuff? No. Very, very finely made religious materials.
It's Apollo, but it's with an umlaut, so it's got the dots over the O.
Upulu.
Oh,
How is Orem taking this?
very, very poorly.
You don't like all this cheap religious paraphernalia, all this knockoff stuff that they're selling at these stalls. They got one for your god, but it's not your god. Or at least it's not done for your god's liking.
It's not officially licensed.
Yeah, the church had no hand in making any of this garbage.
Yeah, that much is obvious.
Mhm.
The real stuff like this, it's only given out to individuals who actually go to church. Because it's free there. It's free there. But not here. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
I almost want to buy a knockoff Apollo symbol now.
Here.
All right, since I rolled a 3, I'm gonna go get more teeth.
I apparently was staring into the sun medallion too long.
I'm
It's
just
just a
still kind of
flashlight.
fucking. I'm just still kind of twitching from fucking Mulk shit.
Who do I have from here?
I don't know.
Trying to think. What would be the thing that pops up from here?
Send in the clowns.
That's not sending in the clowns. It's like something of note would be a big thing. I think Malk would probably be the only one that sees it, or at least offhandedly, because it's the only one that's over a 10. Malk, looking through all this stuff from here, then you will notice what looks to be a medallion with a skull on it, with a heart and little wings. And you'll see what looks like the eyes of it light up a little bit, and the teeth start doing a little bit of a chatter. Just
Can I grab it?
you gotta reach out and just grab it. Yeah, you can do that.
What's this one? I grab it.
Oh, that's Kernan. He's the local guy.
I pause for a moment and then I look at Arum because he's the resident religious guy.
And you show it to him. Like, hey, check this guy out.
Yeah.
What is Aram?
Hey, Arum, this guy's moving.
I'm. Can I take a better look at it?
You can.
Okay. What role would you want me to have?
Get. Oh, man, that's a good one. Religion would probably
Okay.
be one. Religion or Arcana. One of the two.
Well, there's my religion check. You can't tell me I failed that shit.
No, I can't tell you that. Yeah, he's down here.
La 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 la.
All right. Now the dog's not here for that. 25 for it then. Looking at this thing, it's like, yeah, this is an actual holy relic. You can see. It's got an aura about it. And it's got glowing eyes. It's chattering from it then. As to who this is, you hear Curtin. And I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. Like, it seems tangentially related.
How do you spell that name?
Aernon.
And A-N.
Hernan.
I wanna point this out real quick because I'm starting to have mild concerns. Cat has been asleep for 15 and a half hours. Should I wake her up?
You guys flew, and she
Yeah,
came
no,
back to
she was tired.
stress.
Yeah, she was tired. She was wore out.
The first thing you should do is see if she's breathing, and if she's not, then you should try and wake her up.
The most immediate thing would be to just gently check for fever, because if she has a fever, let her sleep, because she may be able to actually kill the fever in her sleep.
Yeah,
Because
she just wasn't feeling well the last couple, like the last week or so. So that's probably also not helping. She's been emotionally and physically pretty wore out. So
that will do it.
yeah, no, I've been there plenty of times. I'm just glad I'm not sick. So
Yeah, I would say check, see if she has a fever. If she does, let her sleep, because I've legitimately come home, crashed, slept for 20 hours, and then woke up healthy.
yeah,
It's Wednesday. No, dude, it's Thursday, my dude.
Yes, I've had that kind of shit. It sucks.
When I had COVID,
it
it was
it
like
sucks
that.
when you lose a whole day. It really does.
But sometimes it's necessary. Like if your body is like, no, you're done. You're done. You take nappy
Yeah.
bye bye time.
Yeah, if you want,
We were up pretty late last night, and then now it's after 5 here. It's been 14 and a half, not 15 and a half hours. But still, it's a long time to sleep. But it's the
It is.
first good night's sleep she's gotten in a while too, so probably just catching up on shit.
Kind of.
Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
No.
Sorry. I just realized how late it was. I was like,
yeah, what did you for then? You can tell it's got an aura. I don't know if you'd know tangentially what this is. Because are you from this plane then, or are you a tourist?
Yes.
That was an or.
Initially, no. But it's a matter of, hey, I got moved here. I'm gonna start preaching.
Okay, but you're not from this plane itself.
I've been here long enough to at least be relatively,
Acclimated to it then.
yes.
So yeah, you would know about Curtin then. All right? He is a demigod of this plane. This is his symbol. You would know this then because there's people who not only worship him, but there's people that do physical interactions with him. Like graveyards and other kind of places usually will have his symbol or at least some kind of connection to the way he runs the ley lines of the plane for it. So seeing that, it's like, yeah, I know immediately what that is. That's Kernan's thing. That's the local dude. All right, he's beneath my guy, like quite literally.
He, quite literally, but there's also the how do you have an actual holy symbol that actually has divinity? Like there would still be that question of how the fuck did you get a hold of this? You shouldn't have this. I'm not mad that you have it.
Maybe
Just surprised.
Well, the shopkeeper will say that's because it's actually his own one. He's like, he's got knockouts for a bunch of other ones, but his one, the one that he subscribes to, is an actual one. That's my guy. That's the guy I rep. You want it? I got others in the back.
And this is where the priest starts a holy war.
Like, how dare you? How dare you sell all this fake crap and then keep the real one for yourself? And then tell me, oh, it's mine. Hey, would you like the fake crap of the real one? Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. I. Mm, mm.
Is the priest about to get in a fist fight? Fist fight. Fist fight.
oh, I want to watch that.
I am.
He's debating it right now. Ryan's going, fist fight right now would be really funny, but
No. I'm not thinking fist fight. I'm thinking.
Holy
I'm
smite! Holy smite!
a little bit closer. Yeah.
my god's more powerful than your god.
My dad can beat up your dad.
Well, son, he did beat me up, so we're just gonna have to let him do what they want. Dad comes back with a gun. I mean, play now. We got new rules right here.
I'm going to overcome this confrontation with the power of God and this gun I found.
See, I'm thinking more of the power of God and this spell in my hand.
Is it really worth taking this life, Mr. Guy of Peace and all that?
See again,
redemption.
You all are very thoughtful towards the way that Christian
real quick.
priests are supposed to be.
Protector cleric. You really gonna spite this guy? Protector cleric. Your protection background.
Yeah. Guess what? He's not under my flock.
But he could be.
Yeah, no, he's made it very clear he has a severe and very detrimental disregard to mine and all other religions.
So you're gonna flip that?
Can't teach the dead.
You gonna flip that table over?
Full of Jesus on him.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the biblical reference. Jesus flipping the tables in the temple.
Ryan's really thinking about this super hard right now.
Yes, I am.
He's thinking, how much trouble am I going to get in if I do this?
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about do I feel like actively setting the entire guard squad on all of us.
All of us.
Oh yeah,
you get the sense that Oram is having these thoughts.
Everyone takes like 5 feet step away from him. It's like, I don't have any association with them whatsoever.
Yeah, that's not gonna help any of you assholes.
Quick, help me! I demand it. No.
I'm sure we have bail money.
For yourselves.
It'll be fine.
We have bail
Not
money
worth it.
for ourselves.
Not after we took that trip on the elevator, we don't. Can't make bail after that.
Listen, man, I don't have money, but what I do have is a lot of nude statuettes that are worth a lot of money.
I honestly thought you were going to give a taken speech.
That's what we all said all the artwork was a bunch of just, what was it? It was like nude elven?
You know what?
Saying we all...
You know what?
I thought we said it was furry art, but I don't remember.
It could be furry art.
You did say it was furry art. And Ed, at this point, I'm going to give him a lovely feral grin. And I would absolutely burn one for this. I'd be like, you have a wonderful night of sales.
Let's see.
As just
yeah.
bad shit just starts happening to him.
Alright, I'm just gonna pop this in here. With that.
It's less than my 15 spell save DC.
GM will remember that. Okay, so that is what's going on. And from here, I need everyone to go ahead and give me another perception check as this is all going on.
Who spotted us?
Good question. Let's see further down in the marketplace, but I'm trying to find the token for him. I have. Malk has enrolled for perception. That's okay. Stuff to sort. Tabletop. 5th edition. Tokens. Maybe he is on here. No, I have the right one. Okay. Let's see what it looks like at the far end of the marketplace. Looks to be a man in purple. Kind of look and grin your guys' way as this happens. And you'll see him not quite so much give a wave as much he points over to you guys with a large grin on his face. And you'll see him dissipate into a black cloud of smoke.
I'm guessing I didn't notice him.
No. Arum
Okay.
and Ruby would have. I don't think Malk would have seen him because Steven didn't roll for perception.
Steve may be going and checking on Cat.
Yeah.
My apologies. I did not see him. I don't think.
No, I don't. Yeah, you didn't see him with the 5.
Oh.
So what did it
I was not perceiving things. I was looking at the many different god charms symbols that he had sitting out on the shop, and then totally wasn't paying attention to the guy that just poofed into a cloud of smoke.
That's like just a big fart cloud over there. So yeah, that's what happens. So Grisna and Ruby would have seen that. And only
Oh,
the
I
two.
saw it. I had.
No, not Grisna.
I had an 8.
Arum and Ruby would have been the only ones who saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably having this argument. There's a man in purple, grins, points to you, and disappears into a large cloud of smoke.
I'd say if a cloud is loud, that usually means that there's a lightning bolt or an explosion attached to it. Which means that everybody would have seen it.
What's that? Boom. Why is there smoke there? What happened?
I think we got spotted by a cultist.
Oh. Fun. I'm guessing not the good kind of cultist.
Is there ever a good kind of cultist?
Every
Yeah.
religion starts as a cult until it gets a big enough following. Argue Apollo would be a cult here because there's not enough of you yet.
See? I just said there's good cults. You follow one of the good ones.
Again, you're just gonna kind of see me start twitching and be like, "These
But it's a good call.
motherfuckers."
I think I'm gonna look over at Gristna and go. I think he doesn't like that we talk about his god being a small guy here.
Hmm. Ah,
I mean, it's a very simple like litmus test. Is 50% of the people on this continent worship Apollo? If the answer is no, you're a cult. If the answer is yes,
Ah.
you're the primary religion.
I don't know if it'd be 50%. I wouldn't go that high. I'd say at least if 50% of people recognize the name, that's a good sign, and maybe 10% follow. That that would probably be a better metric.
Do you get regular tax deductions?
Ooh,
That means
that
that
is a good one to
that
go
means
by.
that you are a
Government recognized cult.
not an oligarchy, but whatever the fuck it is. There's a word for it. I don't know the word for it right now. I don't really give a
See,
shit.
the key to not being a cult is to just not pay your taxes, which is why I'm homeless.
Is that how that works?
You should pay your taxes.
You should pay your taxes. I don't care who they.
No, he really shouldn't pay his taxes.
I don't care who the IRS is. I'm not paying my taxes.
I pay taxes to the trees.
I pay taxes to the trees because they'll break your fucking knees.
I don't care what kind of three-letter department he's a part of. I'm not gonna pay my taxes.
Okay, so that happens, and then he disappears.
Did you guys recognize him or?
She has
Nope.
finally awakened. I will be right back.
Good
Do
luck.
I have any hint of recognition for this person?
You have never seen that person in your entire life. You have no fucking clue who that is. You
It's
have-
not the auditor who's been following me.
You should pay your taxes. I just outright confirms it there.
No, I'm still in team no tax.
How would the roads get paved? I don't give a shit about the roads.
Less roads, more trees. Keep your fucking knees.
Just wondering how he turned into the Lorax at this point. That's funny.
I am the druid.
All right. So is anybody going to go further investigate that by any chance?
I guess I'll walk
I
over and see what the
I
cloud
guess
smells like.
yeah, I guess I'll approach the cloud of smoke. I didn't think I'd have a chance to investigate it. It just fucking disappeared. Where was it?
It's like further down south. Or from here. I just
Yeah,
put you guys in the market.
I would kind of tell Grist that what the fuck? Somebody just exploded into a cloud of smoke and start following Ruby.
All right. Let's be right around here. Give me a perception. Not a perception. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm no good at those.
I don't think anyone is here.
Find another stud medallion to stare into.
Chris, not being lowered to the ground, sees it on the ground.
He's a wizard who actually has intelligence, unlike the rest of us.
So what I see on the ground?
On the ground, you'll see what looks to be a necklace of some kind. And on it seems to be a large tooth. The tooth.
Use Mage Hand to pick it up.
Okay, you do so. Tooth itself almost has a glassy kind of look to it. But looking at it closer, it's almost ghostly. Like you can see through it.
Ooh, shiny. What do we want?
So somebody punched a dragon in the mouth?
Somebody punched a ghost in the mouth from the sounds of it.
Either way. Whatever works.
That's way cooler.
So it had
It
a
like
necklace with
87.
a translucent tooth. Hold up. Let me identify this thing first. Then I will begin ritual casting Identify. Can I walk and do that, or
Yeah, you can do that.
find a little alcove to go into? I'll identify it. 11 minutes later.
I bounce in place while waiting for the necklace.
All right. This
Is your mom?
Nah. This is a talisman of dragon presence.
You can get presents from dragons?
Wrong kind of presents. No tea in it.
Oh.
But you. So as long as it's not seeming cursed, I will hand it to Ruby to put on. Do I know if it how it works? How it does it require attunement? That sort of thing. Does it glow when it's near
It doesn't require
dragons?
attunement. Well, what it does is it has a magical item that is bound to a type of dragon, and you can sense them when they're within a mile of you, and it gets
Okay.
stronger the closer they are.
Can I tell what type of dragon it's bonded to?
Ghost.
Shadow dragon.
Oh, no.
This thing's bounded to a shadow dragon.
You're gonna make us go fight this fuck again?
No. What?
I haven't fought a shadow dragon.
Yeah, is it sensing one?
No.
All right. Good thing to have. Here you go, Ruby. Should be safe to put on.
Immediately put it
it'll-
on.
It'll glow if you're near a shadow dragon within a mile. So if it starts glowing, let us know.
Let us know if it starts glowing.
I suppose there's already an item mocked up.
There is not. I have to make one.
Gotcha.
Alright, that's what this is from here. You are going to go ahead then and rest for the night. Start off in the morning. Down south, I'm assuming. So you guys already had the benefits of a long rest. You get all your health and your spell slots back. Then from here.
Okay.
So where down south are you guys going?
Let's see. We don't have city names on here.
You really only know of 2 city names.
Oh, we heard some mentioned earlier. What was it?
Early on from them swamp folk. I think we were supposed to go down to about here.
Thereafter,
Your raft is the far,
Where's
far
Naraft?
east. It is right here.
okay.
I thought we were supposed to come down to
So,
about here or about here.
I'm not seeing any pings, but we can head down
But-
to where we thought the beast people were then.
About there or about there.
sounds good.
You got a doodle. You got a doodle, guys.
I don't know if it's in the right spot because initially when I drew it, it was about 400 pixels to the right. But hey,
I suppose we'll probably be going kind of slow, and I'm gonna take time to spot any herbs and things I might need to make potions.
There's a man over there named Herb. He will help you make potions.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. You guys will continue down south end from here with it. It will be raining.
Even better.
Is it even better?
Oh yes.
Fall will start coming from it, then it'll be dark outside. Here with the rain coming down. And the path that you guys will be following down south will eventually kind of disappear into the forest.
Gotcha. I guess we're looking for signs of like large groupings, etc. Because I imagine, you'd be able to spot those from fairly distant away. Somebody's cooking, loud noise in the distance.
Bunch of different things like that.
with it
though.
raining, you wouldn't really be able to see most of that, unfortunately.
So the biggest thing that happens is give me a perception check from everybody.
I'm back. I heard the perception check.
I've been rolling horrible on all my perception checks all day.
I think I've been rolling horrible in everything I've done today so far. Except for, I think, one check earlier.
The check where you were aware that the guards walked up to you. And then you proceeded to sweep everything off the bookshelf.
Ruby's gonna be the only one that sees it from here. Through the rain, you can see in the tree clearing, you can see what looks like little flutters, almost like fireflies. They stand out more as you can see what looks to be a tree off into the distance as well that is glowing.
Guys, I spotted a tree.
Good job, Ruby.
Guys, I saw a tree in the forest. Wow. Good. Bring your caravan with you by any chance then?
I think we'd have the wagon. Why
The
not?
wagon with the wagon.
The wagon.
Oh, is my mouse acting up again? Kinda wants to. Feels like.
There's a glowing tree off in the distance.
Huh. That's unusual. Would I know anything about trees that are glowing? Is that something I've heard of?
Trees glowing? Probably not offhandedly when I think about it.
That I would definitely say that's weird.
Usually, but it means magic. Maybe it's the Fae.
Could be the thing. Nature? Trees don't normally glow. That's a pretty easy thing with nature. If something's glowing, more than likely it's going to be supernatural. going to be possibly Fae, could be magics, could be a bunch of other stuff.
All right. I will.
I guess it's supernatural, probably Fae.
I think I'm going to
But
extend his night vision from.
I'm going to begin ritual casting detect magic. This will take some time, so let me
Takes
know
one
if
action.
no, I don't have it prepared, so I would have to ritual cast it.
what about night vision?
I'm trying to adjust Steve's token real quick so you can actually see shit. Because it is raining and dark where you guys are. And the map has the fog onto it then from here.
If you want to see something fascinating, take a look at mine.
Being able to see like everything. And like
No.
the overlap of the tree itself having that like weird kind of glow bit to it.
No, if you look at mine, you'll see there's like a 170-ish degree perfectly clear thing, and then the rest of it is just fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's supposed to be that way.
I don't think so.
No, that's what it's supposed to be. It doesn't have
Take a
direction.
picture.
Doesn't have a directional light on. It's because that's the angle that you can see, overlapping with what it's actually giving brightness out.
Ah, okay.
Because if you look real carefully at the tree, it has dim light going around it, so it makes a circle. It's just what's bright and overlapping with what you can see. So if you get closer to it, it'll be there. But that's what you see. So you can see a tree glowing, and see a path while it's raining. Then from here, and the glowing tree does stand out quite a bit.
I tried to take a look to see if there's anything living nearby.
Well, it's kind of a swampish area. It's stuff that'd be living around. Typical kind of animals. You hear frogs croaking. There's obviously bugs and other kind of stuff buzzing around. Birds in trees cawing. As for like larger things looking for it then, where it is, you don't see anything like that.
Sitting here and waiting for the 10 minutes for detect magic.
Yeah, that's. Let me know if it goes off before anything happens.
Anything goes off? No, nothing will happen. Detect magic will go off. How wide?
All right,
How wide is detect magic?
Is it 30?
It is 30-foot radius. Centered on myself.
All right.
Concentration, 10 minutes. All right, I got my detect magic going. I'll let you know what I find magical. I'll move carefully, watching my step, see if there's anything.
Why'd that
Just moving
bush
slow.
suddenly appear?
Appear,
Yeah, if I
or
touch it,
disappear?
the bush disappears, and then
This-
if I move away, I think it's
This
just
bush
an artifact
suddenly
of.
appeared.
If you go under it, it vanishes.
Oh, so you can see yourself. That makes sense.
Yeah, they got the foreground.
It's a tree.
It's a foreground tree thing, so you can get underneath. So I can hide stuff from you guys now. It's really cool. You will get to about here, where the tree is. The tree itself, you'll see glowing, but you won't get any magical presence from it then. But you will be from something on the ground on the other side of the tree.
Something on the other side seems to be the glower.
Yeah, you're giving what looks to be enchantment magic from it.
Enchantment of some sort. I will carefully examine whatever seems. And
Is this fairy fire?
No, it's not fairy fire. Let's do it to 5. How's that? That should be better. I think that should be good so you guys can actually see it. Yeah, there it is. Should be able to just barely see it. Underneath the tree from it, then you can see that has grown out what looks to be the ruins of an old house or maybe a tower of some kind. The thing that's detecting magic appears to be a sword that is sticking out of the ground in front of the tree. It is glowing, quite obviously.
All right, I'm going to cast Identify on it, also as a ritual. So, oh, actually, there's a sword there. Let me walk around with my detect magic a little bit more in this area, and I'll come back and identify. Right.
This is definitely some sort of Fey trap, but I know how to appease the Fey.
Mm-hmm.
Give them your left sock.
All right, I'll step out this way. That all looks muddy there.
I will be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Wade across. What does this structure appear to have been?
Structure either a house or a tower. Like this one seems to have been another one.
Okay. I'll get over here and be like, nope, I guess I gotta go back. Basically, I just want to cover an area with my detect magic. See if there's any pings it.
Yeah, you're not getting any pings from any magic that's around here.
All right.
Oren, what are you doing walking around like this?
Just looking for, because with the tree glowing, and I would have been close enough to him when he's talking about getting ready to identify it. I know better than to touch things that are glowing and potentially involve the Fae without knowing exactly what they are.
You don't touch swords and stones. That's how you get elected to lead countries.
See, I'm not worried about leading countries so much as I am getting pulled into a demonic realm.
It's the demonic realm that's the problem I have. Oh.
Oh, I lead a country. Great. Now you follow my religion. Sounds easy.
It's a lot logistically harder than you'd think.
That's where I hire people like you. I make you work.
But what about taxes?
At that point,
You
we
pay
work
them?
inside. No, we work inside of the government. We collect them.
Oh. Okay, that sounds much better. All right. If I've walked around for like 10 minutes with detect magic, once that is about to fade, I start identifying this sword as a ritual because it's not prepared.
All right. Where is everybody when he starts identifying this thing?
I'll be nearby. The sword looks shiny.
What about Malk and Mittens?
Steve stepped away.
That's right, he did step away. Should I move him closer to you guys?
Yes.
Right there. All right.
Just set him somewhere in the blast radius when this inevitably explodes.
All right, we'll say identify goes off for a bit then. Identifying this sword from here. This is a oddly named one, a sword of peace.
Huh.
It is a magical
The
artifact.
name is a sword of peace.
It is creating an aura of what's a good way to describe it?
Pacification.
Oh no,
Calm emotions?
no. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it.
Serenity?
No, hold on, give me a sec.
Serenity now.
Discord.
Chaos. Don't forget, chaos is bubblegum.
It's giving off an aura of like gentle repose.
This is like got gentle repose on it, which is normally used to either preserve bodies or prevent things from rising as undead. Um,
Well, the sword's not
I'm a
undead.
little hesitant. No, it might be embedded in something under the soil that's undead, and it might be preventing or could become undead, and it might be preventing it from popping up and killing us all. That's one possibility. I doubt somebody just dropped their sword here, and this is probably placed here intentionally. I just don't know how or why. I'm going to start carefully digging around this, not trying not to disturb whatever the sword is stuck in, but to see if there's something under the soil that it's impaled inside of.
You check, and you can see quite easily that the thing that it is like sticking to underneath the ground is a tree root, specifically the glowing tree root.
So, are you suggesting this tree is undead?
It's the tree. How healthy does this tree look?
Looks relatively healthy. It's green. It's glowing. It's glowing.
Okay. I will cast Identify on the tree too. Once again, as a ritual. So this will take a while.
Trying to think of a good tree type for it then. What would be a good. Let's see. Let's Google swamp trees.
Aspen.
Willow.
Oak.
Or a silverbark maple. There you go.
Oh, there's some good ones. Red maple, black willow, white cedar, tupelo, heavy clay soils. No, bogs or modic.
Willow would be good for a bog.
Yeah, I think black willow is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna say it's a black willow tree.
Weeping willow.
So yeah, it's a type of willow.
So, I'm going to directly ask you, is the sword cursed?
I don't think the sword is, but it might be let me identify this. So I just get the species of the tree, no spells affecting it. Because Identify should tell me if there's any spells affecting an item.
Well, it's definitely got an enchantment that's going on to it. So the sword
But
itself is what's radiating the gentle repose.
Yeah, I have no idea why. Actually, would I have some idea of why this has been set up this way? If this was intentional, why somebody would put a sword of peace in a root of a tree, or if this could just.
Give me an
Another
arcana.
question is.
Give me an arcana or religion check.
We'll do Arcana.
You would not know.
Well,
Someone would do that.
I'm also proficient in religion, if that matters.
Give me a religion one. This is an old tradition, I want to say. Usually swords or blessings or some kind of artifacts represent that. Not usually being swords, but whenever people were traveling, anytime they would go to particular places they would not, when they would stake out for camps, they would usually have a trinket that would have this as a thing to ward off like undead, that people would be able to sleep without being attacked at night. This was a thing that they did.
Okay, so this was probably set up as a campsite, and whoever set up the camp didn't survive to take the sword with them.
That or it's
Would
just
that be
or
a
left the
reasonable
sword.
assumption?
it's been here a very long time. Like you can see the stuff that's been broken down, and clearly there was a house or a tower here, but it's long just become like the foundation. Like a tree has grown through
Did
what the foundation was.
so it's more like the tree grew around the sword than it was stabbed into the tree.
I wouldn't say that necessarily. Maybe the tree was stabbed with it, but it's been so long that the tree just kind of grew with the sword still in it.
It could very much be that it was set up as a waypoint for other travelers than the
Okay.
original.
I do want to search around the area, signs of a camp, or if not, well, I guess I'll let Ruby pull the sword.
I was about to.
You cut out there.
I'm going to pull the sword regardless.
Okay.
You're gonna pull the sword out?
Yeah.
Pull it out for a bit then. The sword itself stops glowing, as does the tree.
Oh.
All right.
Give me a perception check from everybody.
Don't you dare tell me the necklace started glowing.
There, it was on the map. Yeah, after he pulls that, sort of piece from it then. See, the sword stops glowing, as does the tree stop glowing from here. Primarily, what you hear though, is what sounds like movement of like mud and squelching.
That's fine.
And you can hear as it sounds like stuff is starting to slowly rise out of the bog. And noise back and
Cool.
forth from it then.
Cool.
You can see these things start to slowly pop up and stand up around you.
Ah,
Excellent.
yes, it wasn't warding off the undead.
It's okay.
Alright, we are at 10:50, so I'm going to leave
Yeah.
it here as these
Well,
things start to
actually,
slowly rise.
you kind of don't. You kind of don't need to.
Uh-oh, what are you doing?
And as a add-on to that, not real worried about it.
Elaborate.
Basically, everything that's anywhere near us, we're pretty much going to start obliterating. Just because I can channel divinity and kill basically most, if not all of them, instantly.
Yeah, it does depend on the CR. Those ogres probably destroy them.
The ogres, no, but the standard zombies would probably just lay right back down and properly go to
Some are
rest.
probably outside that radius too.
That's okay. Once they manage to get into the radius, I'll do it again.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. So, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys. Clockwise. What is your wisdom save?
15.
Only one that's
So
gonna
all but one of them immediately just die. And for the two bigger ones, they would also still have to roll because even if they can pass it, they would not want to be near me.
They'd be frightened.
Yeah, so those two are just going to literally be like, yeah, I'm going to split.
Zombies being friended has always been a weird thing to me. Alright. So we'll leave it off then here for next week then.
You got to love how I open up with, not a problem.
This wouldn't have been a problem if you just left the sword in the ground, but no, you had to pull it. And now you're the king of England and all the terrible thing that entails. You're going to have to fight two
That's
world
okay.
wars.
That's why I
That's
didn't.
okay.
Once
pull the
again, I
sword.
refer back to Monty Python.
I pulled a sword from the ground because it was shiny, and you were like,
I was?
Grisna is all worried about the undead, whereas I just look around and I'm like,
Mm.
huh, how about no?
It could have been worse. Just making sure it wasn't like giant or something.
How
But
about
we can handle these. All right, I gotta go get my bread out of the oven.
Yep, and we will call it
Very nice.
day here as I move everybody back to the starting page. Alright, and I will hopefully see everybody again next week.
All right.
Yep, hopefully.
Hopefully. Alright, you guys, y'all have a good day, alright?
All
Okay,
right.
That's fine.
Thanks for DMing, Ed. Sorry for zoning out earlier.
Nah, it's fine.
You're all good.
We had a lore dump week, which is always fun.
Anybody who's going to be towards Indiana, towards I don't know, probably or not Indiana, Chicago. Oh, let's say mid-August.